It is temporary, Joe. Being an absolute badass lasts forever. Ink me.
Who wants to go to Cornwall?
What the hell is Cornwall?
It's abroad, right?
Our children are not going on a school trip with that clown.
Alfie has enraged the deadliest enemy of them all.
Women of a certain age.
I'm going to take them on a holiday that is so batshit mental. If it was a movie, everyone would be played by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, well, the film is, we've really ramped it up from the TV show, and I mean, it really stands alone. It's, if you haven't seen the TV series, I don't think it matters. It's about this school trip that the most chaotic and terrible class in the world go on with their equally awful teacher, and it just spirals out of control, and there's explosions, helicopter manhunts, sword fights, battles, riot police, everything. We throw it all at the wall.
What are you making him do exactly?
Teabag a swan.
Was there ever a moment when you were filming it where you're like, what am I doing? Like, this is really surreal.
Yeah, there was a lot of moments. That's the problem with having written it, is you write these ludicrous comedy set pieces where my character is often being totally humiliated or doing just absurd things, and you write them, and then you get to the day of filming them and you can't really complain because you've written them and everyone's looking at you and thinking, well, you must have known at some point in the next 6 months you were going to have to film it at some point. So you can't really complain, even when you're doing the most stupid of pratfalls.
And I suppose, though, people are kind of like, if you're getting them to do something weird, you were doing worse things than them, so they can't really get out.
A couple of people actually did wimp out of some certain stunts. I don't want to name. Actually, I am going to name names. Harry Enfield. Yep, has a fear of heights. He wouldn't go down a zip wire. So the Harry Enfield that you see on the zip wire in the in the film is actually my friend, who's the producer, who put on all of Harry's clothes and had to do it for him.
Best school trip ever.
It is about tearing it up.
We've got the amazing Ian Glenn from Game of Thrones, who plays the villain, and he's pretty terrifying. In fact, there's a big sword fight that I have with him, and he's a very, very good sword fighter. I think he's done a lot of training whilst he was working on Game of Thrones. So, yeah, he's quite vicious with a sword.
Sir, you're on the telly.
These men are dangerous and should not be approached.
The Alfie Wickers you knew is dead.
Oh my God!
Right, that was a figure of speech. That's you.
Yeah, it is very sad, but I think it sort of had to come to an end. Most of those kids, I say kids, the actors that play the kids are in their late 30s and 40s now. So we had to stop it because the stubble was getting too long, and yeah, the voices were dropping.
I'm literally the worst teacher ever.
You taught us things we weren't never not going to learn nowhere else.
Wow, that was like a quadruple negative.